Back to talking about the wives of Solomon. He's blessing, his wives and building them like territories or whatever he's building to them. That's stuff is ungodly, basically. And I know I said it before, but I really encourage y'all to go back and read this chapter. This was a good reading. Like when y'all say like, "Oh man, I ain't got time for that Bible stuff, man. It's boring." I don't really know how y'all say it, except for some of the stuff when they start talking about, not in this chapter, but other chapters like the Gideonites and the Sodomites and all of those stuff. You might not really understand that until you read some other chapters, break it down, then come back and you say, "Oh yeah, I got it." This chapter is plain though. Like even though it's got some, all the mites and words and stuff like that in there, sodomite or whatever words like that. It's a good chapter to read. And I remember a preacher preaching on this a little while back. I was watching online, and I heard a preacher, when I went to the church a few times, and 700 wives. I got two hands. I always ask for, Lord, give me one real good one. I mean, she got to be real good. But if I can have my way, I know that I need two. Lord, give me two. Give me two of your cocoa, dark skinned brown goddesses, real milky chocolate. Give me two of them. You mean to tell me the Lord, you gave him 700 wives and 300 concubines, and I'm assuming, I'm guessing 700 princesses because it didn't the way that it's worded. So it's either 1,000 or it's 1,700, or if you want to call it a grand, or 1,700. Either one of those number in women is big numbers to have. Man, I'm just let me just talk, y'all. Let me just talk for a second, man. 700 wives. The only thing I be concentrating on is making sure that I have as many Christian boy babies as I can with my wives and my concubines and my princesses. Everybody better be pregnant. So you spread the gospel for generations and generations to generations across the whole land. And see, the Lord know me, man. He know me. He know that I stand on what I'm talking about, and stand on the word. Cause like, I'm just looking. I'm like, man, he's really. I'm reading this, and I say, Solomon, you are really blessed, man. You are truly like. And then at the same time, you had a good father who, because of David, because he kept saying because of David. He said that like two or three times. Because of David, you still gonna keep this part. I'm not gonna, take every single thing that you have because of David. And because of David, because of David. I'm like, oh man, David to save your behind. Because he was about the way that the chapter going, all right, I'm angry. You about to lose everything. Cause I'm mad with you, man. Cause I sat there and I blessed you greatly, and you just turned your back right on me. And let me tell you, I'm not saying anything about the Lord or nothing like that, but I haven't been blessed like Solomon as far as like what he have as far as like riches and stuff like that. But I've been blessed. The Lord has blessed me. A lot of people when they talk about riches, they talk about money and castles and wives and concubines and things like that. But I look at the little stuff that they gave me. And I just say that's why I wake up every day and thank you, 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 thank you. And it would never be enough, but I still wake up and say thank you because he has blessed me. He has blessed me. So I just wake up and say thank you, Lord. And the Lord knows me. He knows that I don't have to have all that stuff to be thankful. I'm thankful for the little stuff, not even material stuff, little stuff. Be able to wake up, brush my teeth, and I can see and blink, and I mean just little stuff we just take for granted that he's just so awesome at. It'll be a list of little stuff. You able to read. You gotta breathe while you read. I mean, all types of stuff that it would take me forever to. It wouldn't be enough time for me to list everything on this video, and then I would have to do so many videos. I probably have to do a video every day, every second of the day, because it's just so much stuff that he does that's so good. And when you look at the stuff that he does that's so good, it outweighs whatever bad that you think that's going around. He is a good God, and I just was like, wow. And I felt I understood. Don't get me wrong. I understood the chapter. I understood. I understand how you could get jammed up and caught up with your woman's situation, that you feel as though your woman is above the Lord, or like you just doing what she said. You're not even considering the fact that it might go against the Lord. You see, so what I'm saying is that, I mean, God is just so great. Like, what I'm saying is that, I mean, people people do that today. If your wife wants something, don't matter if it go against the Lord or not. You want it, I'm gonna get it. Let me tell you something. Y'all know anything about me, I'll be like, nah. But you got so I'll be like, nope, because the Lord told me not to do it. Oh, but I'm your wife. I'm your concubine. Let me see how I can relate it to the day. I'm your wife. I'm your girlfriend. I'm your side piece. Hey, if it don't go with the Lord, we ain't rolling like that. We ain't rolling like that. I'm trying to think of some situations, but y'all know, get in a situation. Let's say, I don't know. Let's say she start doing some heavy drugs or something. Hey, you gonna get me some more and do this? I'm like, hold up. We can't do this right here. Nah, and I can't support it because it'll be wrong of me. Excuse me, I'm still feeling it from the hot challenge. It's burning me out. But that's good though. But I'm that way. I'm just like, nah, we can't. Nah. Oh, you're a cornball, you a so. I guess that's it, because we ain't doing it. It ain't happening. I done told a couple people, I'm not doing that. You're not gonna give me. Nah, I ain't saying that. You ain't gonna get me to him striking people down. Nah. I ain't got the Lord already know me. I'm like, nah, man, nah. What we gonna do now? Just like today. What we gonna do? I'm not gonna go around and do what people do today, and I'm not saying anything about that. This is the only thing that I'm on what I'm saying. I'm doing what the Lord want me to do. That's all. I'm not gonna say nothing else about nothing. I'm doing what the Lord want me to do today. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying I haven't ever went to no parties or dressed up or did anything like that before. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is that even then I'm standing on the Lord. I'm making no disgusting habit. So that means even if you got wives, you're supposed to be with what the Lord is doing. You got all these wives. Good. Take care of them. Oh, we want territory to put up islands and stuff like that. Hold up. Who money you using to put up what? This ain't my money. This the Lord money. So you gotta talk it over with the Lord first, and make sure. Then I gotta hear it from. Make sure that and then we gotta do that, because it's not going down like that. This ain't my money that I'm spending. This is the Lord money. Ain't going down like that. But we gotta up. I would have stop whoever talking like that. I'm gonna give you a care package. I'm gonna make sure you're all right, but you got to get out of here. You can still be my wife, but you got to go somewhere till you get your mind right. Then you come back because we ain't doing that. You got 700 women asking for different stuff. Look, don't do none of that mess that the Lord don't want us to do. But see, watch this. Watch this. I see. It's so much in this chapter that I want to break down, but I'm not going to do that to y'all today. That his wives turned away his heart. Now, after that, when Solomon started building the high places for like Chemosh and the abomination of Moab, stuff like that. When he started doing stuff like that, and it was some other stuff that was in there. Then he did likewise for all his foreign wives. And then they burnt incense and sacrificed to their gods. So not only did he do it for what he was doing, he did it for his wives too. So he got caught up in the mix, basically. He got caught up in the mixture. It's yeah. Those two verses is just like wow. Like man, you built some stuff for basically for kind of like you, and then you built some stuff for your wife too. Like I don't know if the Lord was more mad about him building stuff for himself or him building stuff for them afterward, himself and them. You see, maybe if he would have got a couple things, gave them a couple dollars, look, y'all do whatever you do. Don't bring that over here. Do whatever you do way across. Don't bring that over here. He might have been all right with it. Maybe. But he don't like that neither. He don't like that neither. Oh, he does not like stuff like that. And I say that's why I always say, Lord, you keep me humble, man. I mean, I'm just, the Lord know me. I'm trying to make a little bit of a coin while He got me down here and praise His name and what else? Of course, you want what else you want in it? If you're a man, you want spiritual stuff. You're gonna chase your dreams, your goals, stuff like that. You want some money while you're down here. You want some. You want some women. Praise the Lord. You want some women. Stuff like that while you're down here. Whatever woman you want, and whatever else. Look, stuff like that. So that's automatic. You see what I'm saying? That's automatic. But when you start tapping into other stuff, then the Lord will be like, all right. That's why I talk to him all the time. Hey, you are. I ask him if he all right. I ask him if he have a good day. I read the word, things like that. I walk with him, have my own personal relationship with him. He showed me different things. This ain't no playtime for me, man. It ain't never been no playtime for me. I've been with him for a very, very, very long time. I've been with him for basically all my life. So it ain't never been no playtime. I ain't no playing around with stuff like that. So I just see I can see it talking over 20 minutes. I'm trying to shorten this video up, but there's so much information in this chapter. I have to have you to encourage you to read it for yourself. Read this chapter for yourself and get all that good information and knowledge in there. And I say, Lord, you could bless me, man. Cause see, you bless me. I'm gonna have my see. I got two halves. So I'm probably gonna just have like two women who I roll with. If not, it's just gonna be one woman. He blessed her with that one. He say, I'm gonna give you this one, and then she gonna be what you want, and you gonna really be on her. Cool. Let's do it. I'm gonna bless you with, like two. I'm gonna make you a great king, and I still might be helping people on doing different things like that, helping a few women and stuff on the side with my money. But I'm gonna have the two that he blesses with, and that'll be fine. Whatever the Lord blesses with will be fine. But he over blessed Solomon to have. I don't see. I'm trying to get the numbers. Like how I'm looking at the numbers. Like how in the world did he? I mean, did he gather them up? I mean, it's still more questions that it ain't even really relevant. But I'm looking at the numbers. Like, are they bringing the women to him across from the seas? Different places and stuff like that. What is going on? Like, how did he get to that point? They just bring them women every time. Women just come into town. Go see the great king. As soon as you cross that line. This is the great king's domain. Go see him immediately. Whoever woman cross that line, and they just get all of them. It's just like, wow, man. And they all, like I'm just trying to paint you a picture. I don't know what they're doing. Let's just say they're all whining. King Solomon, King, oh great King, we need the statues, and we need this and that. And okay, you know how some kings are. All right. You see, not me. The Lord know me, and I'm not saying I'm almighty enough like that. I make mistakes too, but certain things I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Now, what you want to do with the money that I'm giving you? Oh no, you won't. But come on, great king, so. I'm like, hold on, because you gonna get me. And you messed up. That's why I be trying to, when I be telling people stuff, that's why I be trying to tell people you messed up. You messed up me and you when you do stuff like that. Now the Lord all angry. He angry at us, but he really angry. He really angry at me. He can't really be, he angry at the wives and stuff like that, but he angry at the one who he put in charge. You see how that worked? He put Solomon in charge of the vastness, the areas, the territories, the places. He gave him all this stuff. See, he had all the money. Well, look at it. He had all the money. He had all the diamond, the drip, the coins. He had all of that. He had all the ice. He had all the women, whatever he get, the car or the horseback ride, whatever he needed, chariots and stuff. Look at all he got. And it came from the Lord. And then he turned around and, nah, I'm just going to. Happens today all the time. People turn their back on the Lord for different reasons. That's why I try to stay strong to show people a better way, show people that you can get knocked down and you can get back up, and you get knocked down, you get back up, you get knocked down, and you get back up, you get knocked down, and they don't know how you're doing. How is it you get knocked down and you get yourself back up and you keep going for the Lord? You get knocked down, you get back up for the Lord. You get knocked down, and you get back up for the Lord. And you do it for the Lord. Yeah, you can make mistakes and stuff like that, but some things go above and beyond. You mean to tell me how to bless you, and I'm sitting here watching you do this? What are you doing? It would almost be understandable if he wasn't getting blessed. If he wasn't getting blessed, and he was doing other stuff. Oh well, he ain't really got nothing. He don't really understand. Lord might, if this were possible. This ain't no possibility, but the Lord never came to his life at all. But You just got blessed by the Lord, and you still messing up. You just got blessed by the Lord. Blessed. That says a lot, don't it? You could be giving that money that you give your wives, you can be giving it to the church, giving it to the land. Let's see, back then, you give it to the synagogues, and you might, increase the territory and make everything strong. But not only are you giving the money to your wives and your princesses and your concubines or whatever that they're doing to do stuff, or it could have been just the wives, however it went. But you also doing stuff yourself. And I'm just like, what's going on, dog? And you think about that, you can compare it to today. Some men just go, and I'm not now listen, I'm not saying anything about this. I'm trying to give you an example now. I'm not saying anything about this, but some men, they just whatever their wife say, it's good or bad, they go right along with it. And I understand it. It's okay to be, what you call it? I don't want to say scared of your wife, or just, you want to keep a happy life. I get it. But even your wife ain't above the Lord. You see. She wanted to do something, and that ain't right in the sight of, I ain't talking about, certain things, but something that that ain't right in the sight of the Lord. It's stuff now that I can't take a part of that. It's things, it ain't really changed, but I didn't really mess with it before, because it has nothing to do with the Lord. Like it just certain things you can't, certain things you can't get with, and you want to. Come on, y'all. Don't I'm trying to give y'all a good example. Like, okay, here's a good example right here. A good example. Men, right? Let's talk about the men. We want to, it don't matter, wives, girlfriends, whatever. We want to tear up the strip club all the time. You don't have to, if you watch this video with somebody, don't even, respond to it. Don't even just keep watching the video. If you can't, turn your head or whatever you're doing, keep watching the video. But we want to go out and have fun and drink, and it's a lot of stuff I be wanting to do, y'all. It's a lot of stuff that I just want to be like, just let loose. But every once in a while it might, get me that I might do something, but most of the time it's just like, nah, I can't be doing that. I can't be just doing anything all the time. Sometimes, you gonna lose some battles. Yeah, you're gonna lose some battles, but eventually, if you keep battling for the Lord, He's already won, really. But you're gonna win in the end, because He's already won. We got to keep reminding ourselves that. Prime example, y'all don't think that it's not difficult to read this word and break it down and all this stuff? Talk to people. I got somebody that's supposed to be calling me now, just talking to me about some stuff, and I'm just like, man, the person I was telling you about, what was that? Yesterday, I believe, that was even earlier. Well, now it's yesterday because it's late. It's like 106. I didn't know it was 106, but yesterday. You know, that stuff is difficult. Stuff is difficult. It's difficult to read to you and be convicted and learn stuff and break it down. But we do this for the kingdom. Thy will be done. You got to remember that there were times where we weren't there. He didn't get to us. We weren't there. You might have been there at this point in time, but at this point in time, where were you? That's in the Bible. He says, where were you? Were you here when I made this? Were you here when I made that? Were you here? No, I wasn't. Okay, so that means who's above who? And that's the one we should serve. And I thank you so much for your time in this video. If you stuck along this time in this video, I really appreciate it. It was definitely going to be, once you start spending time in the Lord, you'll know how long the video is. It was definitely going to be, it's going to be a shorter video. But, I mean, it was so much in that chapter that, 26 minutes plus in this video is not even long enough to get through everything in that chapter. That's why I encourage you to read it for yourself. This is not even, and I think I did, a little bit video before this, and it's not enough time because there's so much stuff in that chapter that you're breaking down, and you're getting the fact that he's the son of David, and you're getting the fact that because of David, he didn't lose everything, which is good, which means David was really obedient, and you're getting the fact that he had a lot of material things, and he had the women that he wanted, and I'm just going to relate it to the day that he had the car that he wanted, everything, he had all that stuff, and he was a servant of the Lord, but he decided to do what he wanted to do. He just got caught up, We as Christians know that Solomon was down with the Lord. We already know that he just got caught up. That's all that it was. He got caught up in the hype and in the money and you do what you kind of want to do, and if they doing it, everything seemed cool. Then I could go do it all the time too. It don't always work like that. Let me tell you, it don't work like that. And today I want you to know the Lord. If you don't, if you if you don't know the Lord, you say, Jesus, remember me like the thief did on the cross. Or you say, Lord, I repent of my sins. Please have mercy on my soul. I believe that you died and you rose again on the third day. That you're the Savior of me and the whole world. And you find yourself a local church or a good church, you get baptized. And the most important thing that you do after you do those things, after you get saved, because you might not even get baptized right away. You might not be able to, but that would be good. But after you get saved, you start living as soon as you get saved, that day, start living your life for the Lord. Doesn't mean your life going to change overnight, but you start that way. If you're stuck with me through this video, I thank you so much. I didn't mean to make it as long of a video, but it was just, maybe one day I'll come back and shorten it up. But that was just such a good, I was sitting there and I was just reading and I'm like, wow. And I wasn't even going to do, I had a couple of other chapters that I was looking at. And I'm like, man, well, I'm just reading this. I'm like, wow, wow. I kept saying, in my mind and out loud a couple times, I'm like, whoa, wow. Because, it was the numbers that he had was so great that it's like, how could you think about anything else? Well, the Lord bless you so much. It's like, well, the Lord blessed me. See, I know the thing is with me, it's gonna be like he blessed it. I don't really wanna kind of do this, do that, because I have enough laid back money and stuff like that. But the reason why he's doing it this way is so I can remember. And then he blessed me, and I said, "Oh, okay." But you know how you get comfortable and like you got enough cash, you don't feel like doing too much. You might just want to work a couple of hours a day, 8 hours, and that's good. You get some cash, put in your pocket. You ain't worried about nothing else. You ain't worried about nobody or nothing. You might have that type of attitude, or you might be working less than that. You might just have to work a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 hours, and hardly do nothing. Be doing trading or be doing something like that, and then here come the Lord say, "Hey, could you read to the people and do service?" Yeah, he ain't worried about that because you got the money over here. And I know that maybe the Lord may think that way. He know me better than I know myself, but I always say, Lord, I'm gonna put you first. It don't matter what's in my pocket, man. It don't matter. I know that. See, the only reason why I may be a little bit, get a little bit comfortable or a little bit later, it wouldn't be fully, it'd be a little bit, is because, I would need that break. You see what I'm saying? That would be my reason. I would like to chill, relax and really get that break. And now I'm chillax and chill like that. But other than that, nothing in my pocket's gonna stop me. And the Lord say, "Hey, could you go and talk to that person over there?" And just like that one Saturday, I'm like, "What? No, I'm not talking. Lord, I don't need." I'm just like, Lord, what's going on here? I'm just supposed to be doing this. I ain't supposed to be, talking to nobody. Man, come on now. And that wasn't about no money. That was just about me, going place, get to where I need to get and go. Nah, I'm like, you sure? You heard what I said? I'm like, all right, I'll do a little something, a little something. I end up doing what he said, And it was all right. Now I actually seen the same person again recently, so I don't know what the Lord is doing, but he know what he doing in people's life. So before I make this another 3-minute video, I want to say thank you. And today, be careful and cautious out there. Be safe. Try to get in early if you can. Get in early. And just I don't tell people not to have a good time, but just talk it over with the Lord. I'm not gonna say nothing more than that. Talk whatever you're doing today. Talk it over with the Lord. Whatever you're doing, you got my readings. You got plenty of readings. So whatever you're doing, talk it over with Him. And let Him guide you. Because today might not be, it might be another day. It might be on the first of next year. It might be next year summertime. I mean, you never know when the Lord's going to come to you, but you can start today. And start working on what you're going to do today. Maybe you can lessen what you do. It's so many different ways, but if you never take the step, then you never understand, you never try. You'll never know because you never even tried. Before I was actually jumping on here and doing this, I was just trying to test it out. So I was just doing like small little videos and taking pictures and stuff like that. And I said, well, this ain't gonna, this ain't really doing nothing now. But it was a step. I was taking steps, little steps. And look at me now. I'm reading to people. I'm counseling people, talking to people. Different things. I'm entertaining people, making people laugh. Making people feel good and enjoy when they hear me sing and making them feel good, enjoy about themselves, picking people up. Hey, get up. Getting people out of being in that sad state. But before I talk to you anymore, I gotta end this video. I really do. So thank you so much. Thank you. If you made it through this video, because I know it's a long video, but it's just so much in that chapter and so much to say. I'm going to end this one. Thank you. I didn't mean for it to be this long of a video, so I appreciate you though. God bless.